So I'm making a cloche, and I've bought this very long tomato plant holder. It's already painted black. And I've just got here off to the side, we're gonna need a little bowl to cut off our bits, some spray paint, gloves. We're gonna need some scissors, pliers, wire cutters, some wire, measuring tape, paper and pen, and chicken wire. And to finish off the top of the cloche, I bought a little iron bird holder. It's like a little bird cage. And I'm gonna secure it to the top like this once I've got the mesh in place at the bottom. This is how much chicken wire, because I want the plant to grow up here. So I just want this covered in order to protect it from rabbits or anything else. So that's 20-inch height. And our chicken wire is 24 inches. So I think we'll live with the 24 so that we don't have to cut it. And the chicken wire comes with, it's pre-wired, so you have to figure out where the little wire starts to unravel it. It's quite a bit of wire. So I just want to remove enough to cover. And the chicken wire comes bent out of the roll, so there's no harm at this point of where it's going to meet. This much. I'll just mark it so I know that where I want to cut it. You can use gloves and glasses, and I'm going to cut it right in the middle. They're just black tiebacks. So you can see, so it doesn't unravel. It just makes it easy, then you can just cut it off next time you go to use it. Now we've got our mesh. And I'm actually going to start off by tying it off on the bottom. So I'm going to invert this. I'm going to use the twist ties just to hold it in place at each spot, and then I'll come back and wire that up. So now I just want to take some of this wire. I'm just going to cut it because I don't need that much. So I'm just threading it through, just as if you would sew something, and then just tie it tight. Feed it through. Cut up your tags, go along. It's a good way to keep a marker of what you've already done. This stuff's pretty see-through. So now I finished all the way around, but I didn't finish off this part because we're gonna have to cut and adjust here. So I've only gone as far as here, and I've left this part open. And in order to get the cone, you need to overlap the two. on an angle. So this has overlapped. Like I said, it does conform to a certain amount. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Now, so we've doubled over here. And I conformed it as much as I can. And stretching long ways helps the wire to also conform. I want to cut the inside so I don't see this double mesh. So I've just bent it back on the extra that I don't need, which is this much. So you can see this is what I've cut. So just mark the tape where the seam is. So I've just pulled away the top part, and now I can come in and trim, and I'm going to give myself a couple of extra little of these honeycombs so that we can clamp them together. So I've just left about that much. And we're just like overlapping it, but you can use the actual little pieces of wire from the mesh itself to secure these wires together. So now that we've got the seam done, I'm just going to finish sewing or weaving my wire through the bottom. Because we've turned the wire to conform, it's not level on the top. So now I'm just going to level it off. But before I do that, I'm going to test it on the plant to see exactly how high up I have to go. Then I'll cut it, and then I'll be able to fold it over. So I only need 20 inches of the mesh. So I want to secure it to this ring. So I'm just going to cut it about here, and then I'm going to turn it in. And I'm just doing one last pull just to tighten the gauge and conform. The honeycombs, you're making it tighter around here because it's you're stretching it lengthwise, but don't go overboard. There you go. So that's a nice, neat job. And that's just folding it over. You could reinforce it by sewing through another piece of wire, but I really don't think it's necessary. I think it's going to hold just fine. And now we want to secure the top. This actually is a little, it's actually a little cage. It's for a candle. So I want to keep this part so that I can open it. And if I want to put a candle in it, I can. And I'm just going to gauge where I would have to position my bars. I want my bend to be about here. I'll just mark it here. So I've just got some needle nose pliers, and I hope that it works. Can you see? Just the slight bend. Now you can see there's the little bend so that they're straight. I've got my twist ties handy. This is just going to hold it until I secure it permanently. 1, 2, 3. So here. Just going to tighten them a little bit more, get them in position, like so. So you can see it's temporarily secured. And if I want to open it, to add a candle, then I can't. I cannot. So I can put my hand up there, but I could probably put a small candle in there. So that didn't work out so great, but that's all right. That looks good. And I'm just gonna add a couple more ties just to hold that in place, and it should be good to go. It just disappears, so it's hard to film, but you can see the mesh just disappears. Here's our cloche. Here's our rose that's been chewed by the rabbits. So I'm hoping that's going to be enough to ward off those rabbits and allow the rose to grow up through here. That's our DIY cloche. Might put a little light in there. So I'm making another cloche. This one's smaller, just with the regular metal plant holder. And for this, you can see there's 3 prongs. I'm just going to use my basket, and I'm going to try to create a cloche this way. So I still have to figure out how to attach that to the metal wires. So I'm just inverting a wire basket, and then I'm just going to secure it. To these poles. I'm going to bend these, but I'm just going to secure it for now so that it is level. Twist ties are very, very strong. I'm going to attempt to bend these wires into place. So I'm just trying to bend those to the shape, and then I can come in and add more of the zip ties to hold it in place. So I bent all the wires. It does take a bit of work. It could help if you turn it down, put it on the ground and hammer it to get more of a curve as well. But I'm trying to line up these from the tomato plant holder with the grid on the basket. So you can see they're pretty good. I've rounded them off, and now I'm going to start winding the zip ties along here to hold it in place. So now I've got them all zip tied around, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip tie some strategic places here in order to keep it from slipping down. So I've just used as many twist ties as I can to not only adhere the wire to the frame, but also to adhere the mesh to the frame going around, so it's really solid, and I can lift it from here. And I'm going to cut all these off and spray paint it. It just literally, the mesh disappears when you paint it black, as you can not see. So there you go. Those are some easy cloche that you can make to protect your garden. And this is specifically for rabbits, but anything else that wants to come around. So if you like this video, I hope you try it. If you try it and you like it, I hope you share it. Until next time, happy gardening.